In fact, one of my friends is a social worker at a hospital, and she's like, yeah, it's dead. There's like nothing happening. It's actually been really boring at work.
It's crazy. Yeah. So that's why I was just like, wondering. I mean, I had a friend of mine's dad died from it. I had a couple of friends of mine that were in the hospital with it. I have a friend in the hospital right now still with it. He's immune compromised though, but he posted on Facebook and he's like, I'm just so embarrassed that I even got it. I've been so careful. Like, but other than that, here our numbers are really, really low. Like I know 2 people that have had it in the last 4 weeks. I don't see them. You know what I mean? It wasn't like somebody close to me I know that has had it. Now, my one friend whose dad died was in a nursing home. In the nursing homes here, a lot of people did die in them. So, yeah, so I was just curious. I'm like, with all these numbers, like you would think, there's been didn't they say that one of the NFL teams, I might even bet Buffalo Bills, that like 25 guys tested positive and it turned out they were all false positives. I saw an article and it was from a lab in New Jersey.
And now that you mentioned that, when I was visiting my parents a couple weeks ago, because they pay more attention to the news than I do, I guess there was I don't know if it was just Florida, but where the lab that was doing Florida's tests were like screwing them up. And like kind of the same deal, like a lot of them, the results were wrong. And so and that's kind of how I feel like the information has been since this started, is like, there's a test, but it takes 10 days to get results. And also it has a 50% false positive rate. So it's like, what information do we really even have at this point?
Yeah. So that's why I was really curious about that. But I have to tell you really quickly though, I've been sick the last couple days, and it definitely feels like a cold. I'm sorry I'm yawning so much, but I took this Sudafed that makes me really sleepy. I don't know why. It's supposed to make you wired. I have an adverse effect. But anyway, I was just like sneezing and, eyes watering and my nose running, and it definitely wasn't allergies. It was beyond that. I had a bad headache. It was behind my eyes, the whole thing. So I thought, let me run and get the stupid COVID test. I Googled the urgent care was doing them really quickly. So I went up to the drive up and they said they've run out of tests. So apparently in New York State, we're running out of tests. And they said, you have to make an appointment. We've run out of tests. I'm like, fine. And this was literally like right down the street from work. So I'm like, all right, let me run in this urgent care. So I run in there and I fill everything out. And they said, I don't have a fever. I had like the chills, but when you kind of get like a cold chills, it's nothing like, nothing major. And I'm like, I don't have a fever. I'm like, but you know what? I thought they were just giving them out tests, like no big deal. So I'll just take it. So I don't have to feel, I can still visit my mom. And he took out a piece of paper and he wrote on there that I have a cold and to take an antihistamine and some Afrin and I'm fine. And he gave me my paper, no COVID test. And I left with my paper feeling like, okay, if I have the COVID and I kill anybody, at least I'm like, I tried to get the test, man, but they told me I'm okay. So
actually, they're giving me a test next week. They're giving me a test
for your right
the week before my surgery, and they're also doing a pregnancy test.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I would really much prefer the corona test to be positive. I'm not even joking.
We should do a poll. What would you rather be? Test positive for corona or pregnancy?
100% corona.
That's a great poll. Look at Jen. Jen, what are you doing?
Sorry, I was reading something.
Oh, that was a funny joke we just made.
It was hilarious. I was laughing in my head so hard. It was super funny.
Thank you, Jen.
I always cover my mouth, so that's what was happening there.
Sydney, do you do that on stage? Do you pause and go, that was a funny joke I just made?
No, but I have like done a joke and I'm like do the punchline and I'll be just like boom, and like I'll see somebody in the front and I'll be like, okay, not good enough. All right, hold on, it's coming. And
I do that at work because like,
right.
I never have one-liners. Like I always think of something like 6 hours later. I'm like, oh, I should have said. And when I have a really good one and people laugh, I'm like, you remember that? That was a good one. That was a good one.
I haven't told jokes in so long. I'll tell you, that's why this podcast just gives me life. I really need to like do some more because I am suffering in the making joke department.
What happened with Chanel? You're supposed to be doing a Zoom show with Chanel.
I know. I should set something up there.
Let me get drunk for a night and laugh.
You could do a Facebook Live in our group.
I know. That's what I should do. And it would be fun, though, if I could, like, bring people in. But, yeah, but listen, you guys, we filled the hour or more. We didn't get to the news, but that's fine because it's going to be crappy here all weekend. So hopefully Jen, we'll jump on. We'll do some news. Margaret, we'll get Teresa.
We're supposed to have a very special guest on Sunday. We'll see. I heard from her today. We will see.
Oh, yeah. Sunday we may be having a special guest. And I did my homework. We can say that it has to do with the reality show Below Deck, which Jen is obsessed with. Yes. And Jen has worked on a boat, big, obviously, cruise ships, but still, nonetheless, you're on a boat.
Thank you for making me sound like a deck washer.
Yeah. Well, a steward, it's not all that bad. There's Kate. She's a steward. What is this, Stu?
I manage the jewelry store.
All right. It doesn't matter.
I feel like I was above Kate. I wasn't bringing people food.
Listen, it's not beneath you. Look at her. Oh, man. I'm going to tell. All right. Well, we'll talk about that when we talk about the show. I thought maybe because you worked on the cruise ship, that's where your love of Below Deck came from.
No, not at all. It's just the only reality show I can stand.
Okay.
I'm actually, I'll tell you a secret. I'm watching Housewives of New York.
That's right. You are. But I know, it's on right now. I think is the season finale right now, which I'm recording it.
No, I'm on season 3. There are 4.
I know. And when you messaged me and we're talking about the people you were watching, I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even barely remember them. So everybody you're watching, is Ramona on?
Ramona's on, yeah.
Okay, so I want to think Ramona and Countess.
Ramona, Countess, Kelly.
Yeah, they're all gone. It's just Ramona. They're all gone. Those are all gone.
Bethany's gone this season.
Oh, Bethany's, yeah. Okay, so you got to meet
Jill's
them.
There.
Jill's gone. So you did get to meet a lot of the housewives that are on now. You're still, there's some new ones coming in. When you get moving, and it's going to get a lot better. We'll talk about the housewives
other than
catch up.
Island thing, it's just been a snooze fest and a half.
Yeah, no, these girls are going to get crazy.
All right, we'll see how
2
that
seasons
goes.
behind, and I've been getting back into it. I'm on season 11, I think, and it is wild.
It's getting wild. These women are so out of fucking control. And this is why I love them, because they are filthy rich and give zero fucks about
Ramona
their behavior.
Is crazy.
Yeah. And but they're drinking and they are just, it's crazy. Beverly Hills, they're just more petty. They don't get trashed and let loose like the New York. There's nothing like New York. That's it. Bottom line, But
yeah, I tried Beverly Hills and I got 2 seasons in and shut it off.
Yeah. I mean, I watch them all. Don't get me wrong. I do. But the New York housewives have my heart because they're New York. They are New York and they're a fucking mess. And they drink and they pick up guys and they bang everybody. And I love it.
All right. Well, maybe I'll get drunk enough and I'll move up the Bravo ladder. We've got 2 Bravo people now. Maybe I'll move up to a New Yorker.
Yeah, so I'm caught up on the Below Deck season that this person might be, coming on. So we shall see.
Well, hopefully we will get her. I will keep. Yeah, she messaged me back today. So.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
all right, guys. Thank you very much, and we will do the news next time. And also, we'll probably be doing some updates about Margaret's new boobies.
Baby.
Yeah, next time you talk to me, I might have.
Next time you should have your new boobies.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Night.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.